What I'm about to share with you will help you get the answers that you're looking for your music career coming up right after this intro. Join me in my mission to help put at least 50,000 music artists on the right track to be independently successful with their music, to turn the talent that they have with their voice into gold. My name is Billy Nellis, and welcome to the Golden Voice Podcast. Boom! So a lot of people may think that I'm crazy for the amount of money that I'm investing in myself when it comes to coaching and mentorship, and that's because they may not have the right mindset when it comes to that. Right. So in my journey, you may have heard it, maybe not. If not, you can go back to some of the previous episodes where I share a lot of the, things that happened in my journey. Quite the roller coaster journey, let me tell you. You know what I mean? You're going to go through the ups and downs, but that's what builds your character. And that's what helps you grow. You see what I'm saying? When you go through these obstacles and the things, the lessons that you learn and the things that really push you to the limit. You see what I'm saying? So, I've been through a lot of those. But yeah, in my journey at some point, I put music on the side burner, so to speak. And I stumbled upon a proven method to get results online with mentorship, right? So I got an opportunity to work with my first millionaire mentor. And there's a lot of things that I learned from utilizing a method that somebody already mastered. And that comes with, you have to find someone. And, when you want to achieve something, you have to look for someone that is already, achieving the goal that you want to reach, the goals that you want to achieve. You see what I'm saying? So this is why it's so important for you to be crystal clear on where you want to go. Okay. You want to be crystal clear on, your goals so that you can focus on getting to them. You know what I mean? And one of the things that's going to be huge in your career, instead of, a lot of times we want to figure some things out by ourselves, or we want to go do the, YouTube university route, so to speak. There's nothing wrong with that, but at some point you're going to have to learn from someone that is already where you're at. Not where you're at. I mean, someone that is already where your goals are at, so that you can model after them and get closer to what you want to achieve, is what I want to share with you. You know what I mean? So I think that's really important right there. And something that I've learned through my journey of mentorship and coaching. And by the way, if you are seeking information or you're listening to someone, figure out who their mentor is or their coach is. And some of the greats of the world, they always have a coach, so that they can always continuously get to their next level as they're moving forward, right? And that's any of them. If you study that, if you study the greats, you'll see they always have a coach that's around for things in many things, for many of the things that is in many of the areas of their life, right? And something that so what I was saying is that if you want to get some coaching or mentorship from someone, ask them who their coach is, ask them who their mentor is, and you'll understand why they are at where they are at, so that you can validate and see if the information that you're actually tapping into is valid. Okay, or if it's proper. So one of the things that I've learned, and that came from one of my mentors even recently, okay, is that you have to become great. Okay, you have to become extremely good at asking the right questions so that you can get the right answers. Okay, and I'm gonna repeat that again. You're gonna have to become really good at asking the right questions so that you can get the right answers. Okay. And so many times we let ego get in our way, or we start to think that, if I ask this question, I may look stupid, or, I may look like somebody that doesn't know. But hey, let me tell you something. This is something that I also learned from one of my mentors, is that, if you're in a room and you're the smartest one, you might be in the wrong room. Okay. I'd rather be in a room where I don't know a whole lot and I'm soaking in some information, soaking in on some knowledge that I didn't know about, so that I can go ahead and implement and take action on that knowledge, right? So for me, this is where the power is at, and you're gonna hear me say a lot of the knowledge is not power until it's applied, right? This is where the power is at when you take action on what you learn. This is why I'm going to be on an ongoing learning journey, but I'm going to be a step ahead of some people so that I can contribute and share the information that I've learned and took action on, right? So you have to become really good at asking the right questions so that you can get the right answers, right? Especially when it comes to your music career. Because, for example, if you ask someone, well, how do I go about releasing my music versus which distributor should I use and what are the pros and cons of some of the ones that you're going to recommend me, it really becomes specific so that you can get the right answers. Because if you're just asking, how do I go about releasing my music, there's so many ways that someone can answer that question that doesn't make it specific to, whereas if you're asking somebody about which distributor should I be using for my music or which PRO would you recommend for my music when it comes to registering my works, well, you're going to get a specific answer. And this is where you're going to get more insight, right? And that goes with anything and everything that you want to discover about. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let me give you an opportunity to ask me questions, because I'm currently looking to create content that you actually want, content that you're going to want to tap into so that I can answer some of the questions that you may have that you need answers for. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give you an opportunity right now. And if I can't answer with the best of my ability, I'm going to bring some of my friends, some of my top music industry friends on the Golden Voice podcast to answer some of these questions for you. So let's do this. Okay. If you have any questions when it comes to being an independent music artist that wants to turn the talent that they have with their voice into gold so that you can eventually get to the point where, you know, you turn the passion that you have with music and it's going to become something that you can live off of, you know, text the word question to 647-277-5177. It's text the word question to 647-277-5177. I'll reply back to you so that you can ask me a question. I'll take note of that, and then I'll come back on the Golden Voice podcast here so that I can answer these questions for you. And that's going to allow me to create content that you actually want. So I like to create win-win situations right here. So I think that's a good opportunity for you to ask a question that can be answered on the Golden Voice podcast. And because I'm in the process of finding some new content to create on this show, on this podcast, I think that's going to be great. If you are tuning in, which I don't take lightly, that you ask me some questions that I can bring answers on here for you to tap into and to get to shed some light on some of the things that you may get stuck on or that you want more, opinions on. You see what I'm saying? So let's keep it very simple, okay? And that's going to also give me an opportunity to create great content that you're going to want to tap into. So just text the word question to 647-277-5177. And I'll take those in. And in the nearest future, I'm going to be able to create content on this podcast that you're going to be able to tap into. So really appreciate you, okay? I think that's a way that you're going to be able to get the right answers that you have questions on, right? So that you like I said, so that you can get some clarity on certain things that you may get stuck on, and that's going to allow me to create some great episodes that have great gems and information for you to listen to. All right, so really appreciate you tuning in. Make sure that from wherever you're tuning into, that you subscribe, that you follow, so that you can get notifications for when new episodes come out on the Golden Voice podcast. And don't forget to send in your questions. All right, 647-277-5177. Just text the word question, and just follow what comes up on the screen and everything. You know, I got to set up a little automation so that I can capture some things. But I'll see the questions come in. I'll reply. There's just a few things that I have set up. You know, I practice what I preach. So you'll see that a few things are set up so that I can leverage a little bit of my time. But I am going to see when they're going to be coming in so that I can answer them and be in touch with some of you guys that I'm going to be sending some questions for answers in. All right. So with that said, I'm going to sign out now. This was Billy here from Big Shot Beats on the Golden Voice podcast. I will talk to you on the next one. Let's go.